Hello and welcome to the Broken Pencil podcast. I'm your host Namir and I'm joined by two lovely guests. I'm with Scarlett
Hello,
and
I'm
I'm with
Scarlett.
Inez.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
um, let's get straight into it. It's quarantine season, and
Yep.
what have you guys been doing? Because I made this podcast because I'm incredibly bored and I just have nothing to do. So I just want to know what's going on in your lives at the moment.
Well, not much to be honest. There is nowhere I can go, so I've just been chilling at home, doing a lot of reading, which is not like me at all. And sunbathing because the weather is good in Dubai.
Yeah, so you're in Dubai, and then
Yeah.
Inez, where are you at the moment?
I'm in Mallorca. Today's my 1 month inside my house anniversary because in Spain we're not allowed to go out to do anything. Like we cannot leave our house. And
Yeah,
I feel like my mindset changed so much over the weeks. And right now, I think these past few days, I really see this as a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm trying to
Yeah,
make the most of
I
it.
agree.
Sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes obviously the days are much harder than others, but sometimes I feel like it's such a beautiful opportunity to really get to know yourself and get to like this is such a good break to just give love to yourself.
yeah, self-care. I think it's really important. We kind of don't have these moments of like thinking, to
Yeah.
Yeah.
yourself and like.
I
So
found
I think that's
myself,
really important.
yeah, I found myself a lot like when we were still in school, kind of finding myself like, I don't have the time for this, I don't have the time for that. And now we've got literally all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So I found myself doing things that I wish I could do on a daily basis. And I'm
Yeah,
just doing them and I'm making the most of it. So
I
it feels
find
great
myself
actually.
still not doing the things that I said before, like, oh, sorry, I don't have time to do this. But now I just realized I actually just don't want to do it, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
yeah.
fair enough.
What are some of the goals? I guess like throughout the period, like what do you want to get done?
Well, I mean, I want to kind of kickstart my YouTube channel, which
Yeah.
I posted a vlog literally half an hour ago.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll link that in the bio for everyone
Oh,
who wants to check out
cool.
Scarlett's channel.
Yeah.
Go in there in the bio.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Yeah.
for that.
So yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking because you never know what sort of reaction you're gonna get, but I'm honestly just doing it for the memes. Like I love vlogging, I always have, and I'm
Yeah.
just kind of doing it, vlog with my friends, family, just for the memories, honestly.
Yeah, and
What was this latest vlog?
This was, oh my god, I vlogged it like a year ago in Amsterdam with me and Katie, who's like one of my best friends. And yeah, basically it's from a year ago and I edited it yesterday. And it was so good to look back on, like just all of the clips and everything. It was great. So that's finally up.
That's great.
what I think is good about your channel, Scarlett, is that it's stuff that you genuinely love, and like
Yeah,
it's things that make you happy. So it's not like you've got the right goals. You're doing it because it makes you happy, not
yeah,
for like a reason that wouldn't help you get successful. I don't
yeah,
know.
definitely. I mean, yeah, obviously I know YouTubers can make a lot of money and shit, but I'm not really in it for that. Because, like, there's other stuff I can do to make money. I just want to do it to show people, you know, who I am and like what I do and my friends and everything. I don't know. I just think it's good to look back on.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
you're
I
in a
just love.
fortunate place that you can
Yeah,
choose to do things because you love to do them, not
yeah,
because you need
definitely.
to make money.
I
Yeah.
also don't see the point in doing something like working, doing something if you don't love it.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, why would you be in a job? Like, I understand some people are possibly in like financial positions to maybe they're like stuck in a job, but I don't see why people should have to do something they don't love and they're not
I
happy
think
with.
we're just so fortunate that we can't really see it and imagine it and stuff. But I think it could be even like like family reasons, and I don't know. I think some people don't realize that they might not be happy doing what they're doing, or
Yeah,
they might think
definitely.
that there isn't better, which again
Yeah,
could link to self love and like
yeah,
knowing what you
definitely.
deserve.
I think it's really important to find those, like, again, like self-care and stuff. We get distracted. We almost focus on other people so much we forget to focus on ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
think
definitely.
sometimes I'm constantly like looking for others' opinions, or like others' values and others' kind of beliefs. I sometimes like don't follow my own path, if you know what I mean. I feel like we
Yeah,
all create the kind of path we walk on, and I don't know, that sounds
definitely.
really cringe, but
No,
like I
no,
feel like
for
you need to
real.
like reflect and see, like, okay, am I doing this because I enjoy it and I love it, or am I doing it because other people are doing it? I think it's
Oh,
really
for
important to
sure.
make that distinction all the time. And it's moments like these where we can, take a step back,
And
breathe,
just, yeah,
say,
reflect on our lives, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
mad.
my goal for this quarantine is well, I don't know if it's really for this quarantine, but at the moment, like, yeah, I've got a very good, like, an all right mental health, and I don't really struggle with that. But I think I really want to focus on being okay, and like not even okay, but like just doing all the things for myself and like my own mental health to be even better and
Yeah.
even like to flourish. I always say that, but I think this is such
I
an amazing time to really be in the
yeah,
present and do all those things.
I also find like in boarding school, because you're like constantly surrounded by people. Also just
yeah,
I feel like we should probably tell anyone listening to this that we all go to
yeah.
the
We
same
all
school.
we went to the same school.
Well,
Unfortunately, we don't
yeah,
go there anymore because
the
Yeah.
it's
keyword
crazy.
went.
But
Yeah, but I definitely feel like at school, constantly surrounded by people, especially boarding school, is just that you never get time for yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so I feel like although at first I definitely really struggled coming back, and like because I'm pretty much an only child, I definitely struggled coming back and being by myself. Um, but I definitely think it's helped, just like giving me some time to reflect and just everything we've already said about just self love and self care and all of that shit. I think it's been really beneficial for a lot of people.
yeah. I think
yeah,
I kind of like going to boarding school, even though I was okay most of the time. I think even just 1 week back here, where I actually had time to be with myself and with my mom and just be at home. Because when I came back, I always focused on making my friends happy and seeing them, but
Yeah,
never actually on what I needed. But just 1 week back, and I felt like there was this whole part of me that I completely forgot about. And it was the one where I take care of myself, like physically, and do like small things like dance in the mirror and stuff. Like, I never did that at boarding school. I did do it
hmm,
on the weekends with my friends, but I never did it by myself. And it just feels really good because it's such a big part of who I used to be. And now I kind of realize, like, I've got the part of who I was in England, and I've got the part of who I was before, and now I'm making
yeah,
this new combined part. It's really interesting. I like it.
yeah,
yeah. I think also like all of us have come from very different backgrounds. Um,
Yeah.
but we can also all
yeah.
kind of relate, like moving to England, especially at the same school. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's all just very interesting.
I mean, me and you, Scarlett, we were in Dubai
Yeah.
at the same time. We didn't actually know each other, funnily enough,
No, we
in
didn't,
Dubai.
which is
But
crazy. But
so we met at school, but we had come from the same place. But Inez, you were in Marbella. So, like, what do you feel like the differences? I guess not even in the culture, but just the general life between the UK and being back home. Like, what do you feel like those differences like are?
Um. Well, first of all, it's Mallorca, but don't worry, because
Sorry, Mallorca.
everyone gets confused, so it's okay. I think it's so different. I focused on that a lot at the beginning, but I feel like as time goes, you kind of forget. But I think here, or maybe it's just boarding school difference, but here people meet up constantly. Like every day, you will see your friends, and every day you'll have a beer with them, and you go out all the time with everyone. Like almost everyone of your like generation on the island, or you've heard of them, or your friends know them. Um,
yeah, it's the same in Dubai,
That's in
pretty
Dubai
much.
as well. You get
Yeah,
that. It's like these weird social circles that all kind of. There's always a mutual
yeah.
yeah,
wherever you go. It's
I
really
mean,
interesting.
you and me, Namir, we have so many mutuals.
So many mutual friends. It's
So
actually crazy
many.
that we never met.
Yeah.
It's
I
insane.
mean, to be fair, we probably were at a party one time together. We just never spoke.
Yeah.
Which is literally mental to think about.
Yeah. And then being in that whole new like situation and becoming really good friends, it's really
Yeah.
funny, I think. Do you feel like you do you regret leaving Dubai or leaving
Oh
home?
my god, no. Like, not
Yeah.
at all. I think it was genuinely like the best decision I could have possibly made. Like, honestly, best 2 years of my life, best decision of my life.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
because England, like, I'm British, so it was kind of like going home in a sense, even though I don't have a house there. It did feel like oddly homely.
Yeah. What about you, Inez?
I think I learned so much. Like I couldn't list the things and the life lessons I've learned there. And I think I also learned how to obviously how to take care of myself, but how to love being in my own presence. Because on the weekends I either chose to be with people, which is what I always did at the in the first year, even though I couldn't wait to spend time alone. But then sometimes I kind of decided to spend a weekend by myself, and I think that really taught me a lot as well. Even if I didn't do much, like I don't know, it toughens you up in a like not hard way. But yeah, I don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It taught me so much. Even like because Hurt was very creative, and that taught me so much about myself and leaving by myself as well. I don't know. It was great.
Yeah.
I recommend Hurtwood.
Yeah. Big up Hurtwood.
Wait, Inez, do you do do you do a creative subject or
Yeah, I do art.
like
I did art and
yeah?
media as well.
What kind of stuff do you do in your art? Because I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I did very textile stuff. So like with fabrics and with sewing and weaving and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also like reactions of um, media together. So like I'll do salt and glue and see what happens, and it was really cool. I actually really liked
Wow.
what I was doing.
Yeah. Did you enjoy taking art as a subject? Because I did it in GCSE. I hated it, even though I love art in general. I just didn't enjoy taking it as a subject. Do you feel like you enjoyed it as a subject? I guess.
Well, I when I went to Hurtwood, even though I was going for the art, I had never gone to a school where they taught me art. Like I was self-taught for
Yeah.
my GCSE, and it was quite
Mm.
bad actually. But I really really liked it because it taught me how art is always subjective, like always, and it I don't know, it made me discover a lot about myself and about what I like, and it gave me so much confidence when I did something I enjoyed or found like a technique I liked. And it wasn't even about what other people said, because sometimes people said they really didn't like my stuff. If I liked it, I would feel so good and I would have a great day and I would want to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like a little purpose. So nice.
Scarlett, you take media studies, right?
Yeah, I do media sociology and psychology,
Okay.
which a lot of people are like, wait, you do social and psych? Like, what? Why?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to do.
What do you want to do? After?
Well, I want to study criminology at uni. I want to go to Bath, to do that.
Nice.
But yeah, after that, no freaking clue, mate.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh shit. I'm just like constantly wondering what I'm gonna do after
Mhm.
uni. It kind of freaks
Same.
me out, but at the same
Same.
time, I'm like, you know what? It'll figure itself out.
Yeah,
Well,
you
it's
should
like,
Shit.
think about it. Like you have so long to try out what you enjoy, and you shouldn't be thinking like, okay, I should do this and then do it for the next
Yeah.
5 years, and then oh fuck, if I don't like it,
yeah,
like
that's very
you should
true.
try loads of things, and if you don't like something, then just quit your job and try something else. And I mean, it's quite easy for me to say now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You just
I mean, I had kind of like an oh shit moment the other week because I was like thinking about what I really want to do, like career wise, and like where I want to be in the future. And I still don't really know, but I don't want to be a policewoman. Um, I don't really want to work in criminology in general. So I was like, oh shit, am I doing the wrong thing?
Yeah.
But then I kind of thought to myself, like, no, because I find it so interesting and I just want to learn about it. Like, it's not necessarily, oh, doing criminology means I have to go to do that in the future. It just means I find it really interesting, and I'm lucky enough to be able to go to uni and study what I love to learn about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I had no shit moment, and then I was like, I relaxed a bit, and I was like, no, you know what? It is what I want to do. I've wanted to do
I'm
it
going
for
to.
literally ages.
Yeah. I'm going to study history, and I'm definitely not doing anything to do with history in the future. Although I'm going into
Yeah.
film, I mean, I could find a way to like. I feel like when you learn these things, you kind of find a way to like weave it into knowledge. I don't know how to explain,
Yeah.
but you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I want to go with it.
Yeah.
But it does freak you out. Sometimes just like those oh shit moments. I get them all
Literally.
the time for all sorts of
Same.
different things. It's
Same.
fucked. It's just fucked. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I don't
you,
know.
what's your goal for this quarantine?
Me?
Yeah.
Make a fucking podcast, man. Like,
Yeah.
just make a fucking podcast.
I
Just do something,
absolutely,
you know?
I loved episode 1 so much. Like, I
Dude,
listened to
episode
it.
1 was fucked. It was
It
fucking funny.
literally was. It was so philosophical. Like, I was just listening to it. I was like tanning, right? And I would literally sit up and be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
Like,
dude, that's
it's
Oscar's
insane.
he's a fucking crazy dude. Like,
I know.
he used to get so much hate in Dubai from these
Why?
people, but it's
I
just
used to
like
be mates
people
with
didn't let
them.
him. Yeah, people didn't let him speak. They just like shut him down. You know, they just
Yeah.
assumed that because he said a certain thing or had a certain view that like defined him, and they didn't let him finish. And so
Yeah.
that's why I wanted him on the podcast. I was like, I want you to be able to
Yeah.
like say your piece, man. Like, because not many people know him that well, and the people that do know him, like me, know that he is one of the smartest,
Yeah.
most intellectual, thinkers ever. But yeah, dude, I love that guy. He's great.
I mean,
So
I've literally always
this
loved
is
him.
episode 2 now. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Episode 2 though, this is getting into some deep territory straight away, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we should talk about social media, because I know Ines has a lot to say about that.
Really?
And
Okay.
I also think, because everyone's in quarantine, I found I'm on social media a lot more, and it's kind of put my mental health a bit to shit, not gonna lie. So I think that's quite an interesting little quarantine topic for us.
I haven't opened
Yeah.
this box in my brain in so long, so I might be slightly slow, but
Unload it on us. I want to hear. What do you like? What in particular about social media? Because I don't know. I think there's some good aspects to it, but I mean,
100%.
like abused by us. We abuse
Yes.
that shit. It's all
Yes.
we know now. It's sad.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, I have so much to say about this as well, to be honest, because a lot of people think I go on social media like a lot, which is probably true to a certain extent, but I do it like so my mental health isn't shit, if that makes sense. Like, I don't go on Instagram to like compare myself to other people. I do it because it inspires me, and I follow people that inspire me, which I think can be amazing for your mental health. But because so many teenagers abuse it nowadays, it's turned into a bit of a shit show, not gonna lie.
Man, I was on House Party the other week, and these fucking kids, like, I don't even know who they are. They were like friends with this guy called, we're just gonna call him Harrison. And they joined my fucking house party with my friends, and they just started slagging us off. And they were like totally screaming at us and like calling us.
he did this
things.
to me as well.
I don't know who these people were, but it's like, what? You're like 14. I think they were like 14, 15. I just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
but that's
what the
them.
fuck
They
are
were
you
so
doing?
happy when they were doing it. So, like, yeah, it was kind of annoying, but it was funny to see it, that they were finding loads of amusement from it, you know?
I don't know. They were pretty horrible. They said some hurtful shit to some people.
Oh my god, yeah. When they got mad, that's when I was like, wait, hold on. I went to tell them off, and they said sorry. But
oh really?
Yeah.
They just blocked us all after we went into we joined their group and they just blocked us all. Anyway, Ines, I want to know about because I know you are a social media expert. I'd say
me.
Yeah.
Me.
Well, I don't really. I think when I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time on my phone, and then I
Yeah.
did like a weird detox. Like I don't think I need my phone anymore. I I don't really post things for approval. Like I post things
Yeah.
if I like, if they make me happy, then I want to share them to see if they make other people happy. Um,
Yeah.
I think it kind of, there's this entire like virtual world which doesn't exist, and so many people spend so much time trying to like make sure they create this image of themselves which doesn't
Mm.
exist, and people judge each other off of that image, but actually they're like too busy creating this virtual world instead of living everyday life. So in my opinion, like yeah, social media is quite good because I get to talk to all my friends from around the world, but I think it's so much more important to live
Yeah.
in the present and in the moment and be
In
present.
actual reality, not virtual
Yeah,
Yeah.
reality. You know.
I mean, that's the whole like concept of like hyper reality and shit. Like, we literally live a whole different life through our phones, which
yeah.
is a
What's
wacky
that called?
concept. Hyper
Hyper reality.
reality. Yeah.
I'll check it
Never
out.
heard of
Yeah,
it.
it's a wacky concept, but there's definitely some truth in it. But yeah, I don't
I
know.
think
I
there's so
definitely
much good and
found,
so much bad.
yeah, definitely. There's a lot of both. It just depends how you use it, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I definitely found when I went on the surf trip with Inez, I literally never really used my phone, like ever, and I just lived in the moment for the whole week, and it
Yeah.
felt so good, like
That's why
amazing.
I really recommend Kodak cameras because they're literally
Yeah,
called fun savers because they're fun savers. If you're having fun, you just take a picture, which is fun to take, and then you move on, you continue having fun. But if you take a
Yeah.
picture
yeah,
on a phone, it's like, okay, I'll take five, and then you check it out, and then you think that the picture wasn't good enough or you could have made it better.
yeah.
But really, like with the Kodak, you just take the fun picture, and then when you
I
re-look
also
at them,
find I also find you capture very different moments.
yeah,
Like the pictures on my phone versus the pictures that I've taken with like film cameras are so different. And
yeah,
that's also another
Mm.
reason why I love vlogging so much, is because you just, like, whenever I vlog, like Amsterdam for example, I have barely any pictures on my phone from Amsterdam, just because I was like kind of vlogging the moment, but I didn't really feel like I had to. It kind of just happened. And like you capture
Yeah.
such different moments and such good like pure moments with your friends and
Mm.
family, which
thing
is
is, I
something I
always
really
wonder.
love about it.
I wonder if when, like, sometimes I've got very nice sunsets in my house, which I'm insanely grateful for. But sometimes I go out and I take a picture, but then I'm like, or I'm about to take a picture, and I just think, why would I have this picture of something that's pretty, but I didn't enjoy it, even though I had the chance to. So
Yes, the
that's kind of
Yeah,
memory. The
that's
yeah,
how I
memories more
feel
important.
with like vlogging and stuff. I'm afraid that I would focus on just taking a video of what's going on instead of actually
yeah,
living
that's
it.
true. Yeah, that
I
is
have a
true.
rule for when I'm at a concert. Um, I I film about like 2-3 minutes of the concert, just so you know I've got some footage. I can always watch it back later because I always like doing that,
Yeah,
and then phone away. That's it. I don't go on my phone for the rest of the night. I just watch it, especially if it's an artist I really love.
yeah.
But I mean, like at parties and stuff, I don't think I haven't used my phone at a party in so freaking long, man.
I
Like
mean,
I
literally
just never
same.
use that shit. Like I don't know. I just like I see people on their phones at parties. I'm like, dude,
Oh
like
yeah,
we're here.
I
We're
swear we
here. We're not on the phone. We're here, man. Like,
yeah,
But
we
I think
spoke
also,
about this at Arwen's party, because I don't know which one of you it was. It was one of you. And I didn't go on my phone the entire night. It was in like the locked room of like everyone's belongings, and I didn't touch it once. Like I just
yeah,
yeah.
enjoyed the night, and I found I remember it so much better that I
Mm.
didn't like take any pictures or videos of it, because like the parties that I video all of it, I don't remember them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
because I didn't
literally.
really experience them. I just was on my phone the whole time.
Yeah,
well, the first thing I want to say is the fact that if your phone isn't physically with you, you won't have that like very low key distraction, which I
Yeah,
always have if my phone's here or like if
yeah,
it's on. Like I'll literally turn it off before bed every night, and in
yeah,
the morning I try to make it not the first thing I like grab and think about.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but also, I find it interesting that you said that you remember it better because I
yeah,
was kind of thinking about how when I was younger, I didn't take pictures of things, and because of it, I don't remember. Like I find it hard to remember things that I haven't taken pictures of, and that's
But
because we
also,
always take pictures.
that could be because it was a long time ago.
Yeah, but
Do you know
I
what I
think
mean? Like, because there's parts of my childhood I don't remember because it was like 10 years ago, for
Dude, I
example.
don't remember shit from my childhood. I don't remember anything. It's just all gone. I don't remember anything. Like,
You
there are
know,
people who've been at my school, and people were like, "Yo, you remember like this dude?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you talking
no,
about? Like,
yeah.
who are you on about?"
I
So
just
I don't
remember
know.
one. I remember one thing so clearly. I must have
Yeah.
been about 10, maybe 9, and I just remember this dude. So I was like playing tag in the park, right? Because especially in Dubai, like we were always out. Probably the same in Mallorca.
Yeah.
Like we were always playing on our compounds and stuff. And I was playing in like the park behind my house. And I remember my friend's little brother coming up to me, and he was like, we were playing tag, like just, we were kids, and he was probably about 7, and he like jumped on me and was like pretty much choking me. And I just
Oh my
remember
god.
like literally whacking him in the face and elbowing him.
oh
And
god,
I remember it so clearly. And like, mind you, I was like that quiet kid in the back with glasses. Like, I was so, I don't even know, but I was that kid. And I just like whacked him in the face and no one saw it coming. And I was just like,
Oh my
damn,
goodness.
Scarlett.
wow.
And that's
Yeah.
when you joined the military.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. I don't have. I mean, I'm trying to think of. Inez, do you have any moments in childhood that you remember, like, just like little, like, just moments in general? Do you have any of those? Because I don't know
Yeah,
if I have any.
I've got loads, but I think I need a theme before.
Theme.
Well, okay, I've got one that kind of relates to Scarlett. It was
Acts
when
of violence.
Acts of violence. The random acts of
Um,
violence as kids.
Yeah.
okay, so it was my first day at my new school in Spain. So just
Yeah.
I moved from Switzerland, so it was completely new, and I spoke Spanish, but only when my mom spoke to me. So I had like a really bad French accent, and yeah,
You
it
still
was.
do.
yeah, I noticed as I said it. um, and so I was speaking to like a few girls and making a few friends. And this girl, which wasn't, she didn't have many friends. So I was like, okay, I'll hang out with her today because she doesn't have friends and neither do I. And
Yeah.
so we're like sitting and talking, and this guy comes up to us, and we're sitting on the floor, and he starts bullying her. And I don't speak like that good Spanish, but she's not standing up for herself. So I stood up and I said I'm gonna try to translate it, but I didn't know the meaning of the words I was saying. I just heard my cousin say it to my other cousin, and I was like, this must be aggressive. But I said, um, it was something like, yeah, if you don't say sorry and shut the fuck up right now, I'm gonna, how do you say it? Give you una hostia, which is like not beat you up, but like
fuck you up.
yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, yeah. But it's like
Wait, how old were you when you said this? I'm thinking like a 6-year-old Inez. Like...
no, I was older. I think I was like
Okay.
I must have been like 11. And I didn't know this girl or this boy, and I barely spoke Spanish. I was just like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And the girl's like, okay, I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
That is so funny.
Jesus.
But yeah, that girl and I weren't friends later because we just realized we didn't have much in common. But
Oh, but yo, you stood up for someone. I respect that.
yeah, and she
a
said
lot.
no one ever had before, which I think is
Oh,
why
that's
they've
cute.
been arguing.
That's so deep. Oh, bless
I
you.
hope she's
Yeah,
listening
like,
to this
it's
right
so
now.
If you're
unfair.
listening to this, we send all our love.
Yeah.
She won't.
And
She doesn't
I'm
speak
so
English.
sorry to that kid I whacked in the face one time. I'm very sorry. You were
might have
choking me,
deserved
so
it.
you know, I was standing up for myself.
You had it coming, kid.
It was so funny though because afterwards, like I walked back home, didn't tell my mum anything. I remember this so clearly. I opened a packet of hula hoops, man. Okay, and then next thing, the dude's like mum comes knocking on the door because they literally live down my road, and she's like screaming like at my mum, and the kid's crying. My mate, who's like his sister is there as well, like standing like cross-armed, like looking all
Oh
bitchy.
my god.
And like the mum is literally screaming at my mum, being like, "Your daughter like punched my son in the face," and my mum was like, "What? Like what the fuck?"
Carter has angry
Dude,
issues.
that reminds me of this one story. I was riding my bike around the neighborhood, and there was this car, like, I shit you not, like 100 meters away. Like, it was not an issue. Like, this car was not a problem, okay? And I
Yeah.
cycle across the road because this car is fucking miles away, right? And this lady, she's like, what, middle-aged yoga mum, whatever.
Karen.
Yeah, literally a Karen. She was like, "Where's your mother?" And I was like, she's like at home, like. And so I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. So I like cycle as fast as I can home. Obviously, she's in a car, so she like fucking beats me there.
Yeah.
I get into my house. She like knocks on the door, and she's like she basically is like to my mom. She's like, "Your son shouldn't be out there alone without a helmet." I was like, "Bitch, I was around the block. Like, he was wearing a helmet on. Like, she's like, I could have hit him with my car and I'd be in jail." My mum like doesn't believe me. I'm like, "Mum, listen, come on." She was like miles away. Like, no one's like taking my side. I get like grounded. I'm not allowed on my bike for like 3 days. That was crushing.
Peak.
That was crushing. That's like the saddest moment of my childhood.
Oh,
Now
I remember like. Does anyone remember those like penny board days? Like where you used to like penny board everywhere. Like that was my shit. Like that was my shit.
Penny boarding was fun. I didn't have a penny board. I had like a bigger one. I went to LA when I was like 10.
Yeah.
It's like skateboard from there, and I was skating everywhere.
Yeah.
I think skateboarding was like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I mean, I still skate.
Yeah, I want to pick it up again. Actually, I mean, like,
yeah.
Obviously, as soon as we can leave.
I'm so mad. I didn't bring my board back with me, like, because I didn't think. I thought we'd be gone for like 5 weeks, right? Because we left school like 2 weeks early, so I didn't realize that I bought like nothing back with me.
Me neither.
And now, like, this would be the perfect time to like perfect my like tricks and get like real good at skating. But like, no, dumbass Scarlett didn't bring her board back with her, and I have my old one, but like it's shit and it's like falling apart, so like can't really use that.
WD-40, get that WD-40 in those games. No, that one.
I don't.
That definitely won't fix it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh my god, 5. So you thought this was? So when do you guys actually think this is all going to be over then?
I don't know. I think about it.
I do not know. I'm hoping like before July, to be honest. But also they're like talking about possibly like bringing, like reintegrating society, and then there's going to be another wave in like October, which is my birthday and Inez's birthday as well. So that's fucking peak.
No. Well, I've got my birthday in July, so I'm not too worried in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking. Yeah, I mean,
but I don't know.
Saying with yesterday, like Oscar was like when is enough? Like, like this thing is gonna go on, and it's like, when is enough? When have enough people been infected for us to open up?
No, and also like the 30%. Thing is, a lot of people are saying like, we'll be in lockdown until like we get a vaccine, and I'm like, realistically, that's in a year's time.
Yeah,
no, they are not gonna keep us in lockdown for a fucking year. They're not even going to keep us in lockdown for 6 months. Like, it's not going to happen because society literally will disintegrate. So, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to let us have a summer and then, like, put us in lockdown again? Like, the fuck?
I think they said something about needing 70% of the population to have had it, to have, like, a immunity to it, so that the virus can die off.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna wait. Yeah. They're probably gonna, like, here in Spain, we haven't been able to leave our house, so I think that will probably change. Like, we might be able to do sport or something.
I mean, no, we're not allowed here in Dubai. We're like, we have to get a permit to walk the dog. We have to get a permit to go to the fucking supermarket. Like, we're not allowed here either. So that's brilliant. Loving life.
Well,
I wanna.
What?
I want to. What?
Yeah,
what?
You go.
Who's
go.
Gonna go?
Wait, I'm waiting on Ines. Oh, should I just go? Okay. I want to make it because I feel like coronavirus is gonna get everyone So I want to do, I guess, in like the final segment of the show,
Yes.
like one thing you love, one thing in life you just love. I want to hear Scarlett first.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah, it's a curveball, isn't it? But I want to keep this as like a theme for all my episodes. Like one thing you love.
Fucking hell, one thing I love. I mean, I just love love. To be honest, yeah, I love love. I love self-love. I love loving family because I feel like love is so different between everyone, and also like you can love your family in a different way to you'd love like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or like a best friend, you know.
Yeah.
So I think love is a beautiful thing. I know in episode 1 you guys spoke about like what is love.
What is love?
Like
that was
is
deep.
love? That was
I
the
want
big
to go
question.
back there again, though. I don't want to go back there.
No, we're not going to go back there. But I just think
Yeah.
it is such a complex yet such a simple thing, and I think it's such a beautiful thing. Like when it's done right and like fully, like when you fully love someone. Like I just think it's beautiful. So that's my answer to the question. I love love.
Ines.
Okay, I don't know how to word this, but it's, I think something I really think, okay, wait, the wording isn't great right now, but at the moment, it's so important to realize that all of your power is in you in each present moment. So, like, if you decide to get up and do something which will be beneficial to you in the future, well, like it's the same decision as like getting up and just eating junk food and stuff. Like all of there's so much power in now. I know I'm not saying the right words and people might not understand me, but I think you just have to like realize what you want to do with yourself. Like if you want to be good to yourself, or if you want to just let your ID, as we studied in psychology, like overpower you and do things that feel good in the moment. But actually, this is such a good moment for everyone to start doing things that are good for them for the future.
I agree.
Yeah.
I also found that like a lot of people are getting themselves down because of what's happening at the moment. But like, I don't understand because you can't control something that's not in your control, you know? Like, you can't control coronavirus or, you know, you can't control not being able to go outside. So why worry about it? Just focus on the things you can control, which are like your actions. You can do things to make you happy. You can do things to make others happy. You know, you can just do the things you love. Like, I don't know.
And maybe like find new things to love. Because so many people haven't ever had this time to find hobbies and do all of that.
I mean, I forgot how much I loved reading. Like, I've read 3 books already, which is crazy because I haven't read a book in like 4 years.
Me and Mum, we painted our kitchen.
Oh,
we just repainted the whole kitchen. We were just like, you know what? We hate the color in here. Let's repaint it. So we did this lovely like white.
That's so nice.
Gloss it up in the next few days, and yes, that's something we just did, you know, because it's like we can sit around and mope and be upset, or we can do something.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck it, let's do something. Let's paint the kitchen.
People must be struggling a lot with meaning and finding like a goal and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we're constantly working for a goal, but now, like our year group, the only goal, like the biggest goal we've ever worked for, is just
our A levels.
So even if it's small things like growing a plant, literally that's a goal, and I think it might help people start. Like if you start somewhere, things just start growing, and you get more ideas of things you like, and like it might just be something small like that, you know. But then maybe you realize that actually you want to learn the skill of making flower bouquet. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many
I hope
opportunities.
To see some of your flower bouquets soon.
You know? Yes.
Doorstep. I want flowers.
Yeah, me too. It's my half birthday soon, so you know.
It was mine like 2 days ago. and I didn't receive a happy birthday from either of you.
The
Oh,
half birthday was
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
happy half birthday, Ines.
I forgot to care. Anyway, this has been great, guys. We've hit the 40 minutes mark, and
Yeah.
I guess should we just wrap it up, or do you want to keep going? It's all up to
I
you
mean,
guys.
we may as well keep going for a bit. I feel like we're kind of on a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
that's good.
like 10 more
That's
minutes.
the review. I like to do a little review. Yeah, we can do as long as you guys want, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's
I mean, like,
I haven't done much.
I'm
I have
before.
like the stamina for this shit to do like 5 hours. Like, I will do a 5 hour podcast.
Yeah.
I will do it with like Oscar and
Yeah,
like the
one day.
episode 1 people. We could do that. That shit was crazy. We were like so on a roll, like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get
But,
the best
That was some
people from
deep
each
shit as well.
episode.
Exactly, yeah. It got deep, it got funny, you know. But no,
Yeah.
I'm really liking this because we talked about some really like really just wholesome shit, man. Like
Yeah.
it's been a really. I feel like I could listen to this podcast like sunbathing. Like
I feel
Yeah.
like that's not something
this
I
is a
would
Scarlett
realize.
Sunbathe podcast right here.
Oh, yes, it is. Also, I feel like, okay, one of my favorite things to do is like go on car rides, right? I don't have my license yet, but you know, hypothetically.
Yeah, right.
For legal
You and I are
reasons,
both
I
thinking
have to
about
say I don't
something.
drive. But like, just, I don't know, because I've never really been into podcasts, but I like especially love listening to people I know, which is why I enjoyed
Yeah.
episode 1 so much, because I know the people, and
I get
I
felt
sort
with
of
that
felt like I was
after.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I just can't wait to like be able to drive and like get out of here and like listen to these podcasts back, and just like, I don't know, kind of reflect on all of we've like spoken about, and especially in such a rather kind of difficult time, I think it's so nice to just chat to people, and like, even if it is all about quarantine, like we're sort of talking about it in a positive light rather than like, oh, this is shit, I'm so bored, like, which is what everyone's doing.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's so good. Like some days I will be so excited to live. Like just the
Yeah.
quarantine life. Like there's so much to do. We just have to realize that we can do like anything as long as it's in our house. And like
Yeah.
I haven't bought anything since I'm here. So like all the things that I'm doing are
Yeah.
are just little things that I can do by myself that don't require having anything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
even like word games or playing. I've been playing board games with people, and I really
Same.
like that. It's so nice it brings people together. If you're not
Yeah.
alone, then I recommend you do that, and you can find like apps on your phone to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And
I've
I've
heard the
like,
Headspace app is good. I've heard
oh
that's
yeah,
a
my
good app.
mum uses that. I've heard it's good. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people get lost and like lose themselves in like normal life, whatever your like normal is, you know, because there's no such thing as normal. That's kind of philosophical, but you know. And I feel like if you're lucky enough to sort of have the opportunities to be able to do what you want in your house, like, you should definitely take advantage of that. Because I think it would just make everyone a lot more wholesome as
it might
people.
be hard to find like the idea, like what you actually want to do, but sometimes it's just like, dude, just start to learn a language and then see what you want to do from there. Like
my dad's learning French.
No way.
Yeah, he's learning French and
him.
he's learning to play the piano. Like,
my brother's learning Japanese for some reason.
Oh, my dad speaks Japanese.
No way. No actual way. That's sick.
Yeah. I have a half Japanese sister. Did you guys not know?
What?
No.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. I have a half Japanese sister, which is mad.
How have we taken 2 years to discover some, like, I don't know if you've discovered something about me, but I definitely just discovered something about you that we never spoke about before, even though we spoke about siblings and family and stuff. And it's now over a podcast just because Namir told us, like, oh, hey, want to be on my podcast today? And we're both like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's literally over a laptop.
That's what I love about this thing.
So
it's just like, I mean, like, we were, it's just a good way to, like, bond with people, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Bonding time.
I would definitely
like let's just have a chat, you know? That's what this whole thing is. It's like, let's just have a chat, man. And let's just see where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't care if we fight or we cry or we laugh. Let's just do it, man. Like, let's just have a chat.
I don't really want to cry on social media, but
No,
you know,
yeah.
don't want to go
But if it
live on
happens, it
YouTube with me
happens.
crying.
Like
That's true.
it
Yeah,
happens, it happens.
I think it's
that
kind
is
of
very
strange.
true.
We don't know, like, we're kind of opening up about the way we think, and we have no idea who's gonna watch it. And like, I don't really care about people's opinions, but
Yeah.
we don't know where this video is gonna get. And what if people I don't like spend 1 hour listening to me about things that I wouldn't tell them? But
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe then they listen. They're like, hey, actually, you know what? I know I didn't like Inez previously, but
Maybe I like her
she's
now.
actually really, really like just a sweet character, and she seems
thank
very
you.
genuine.
Yeah.
They might be
So
like,
that's
fuck, I wanna fuck that bitch up. But
yeah.
you know.
But you know what? If they want to fuck that bitch up, it's like who,
Call
you know,
me.
fuck them. Like,
Let's meet
I'm
up.
gonna have your back, okay? I'm gonna have your back.
Thank you.
Dude.
Namir, you better too.
yeah, don't worry. I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not a violent person per se. Unlike Scarlett, who slaps kids in the face.
Kids.
And,
Okay, it wasn't a
she
slap.
tells
It was
people he's just gonna.
a full-on
It was
punch,
a punch.
but
It was a punch. A punch with the fist.
oh, it was
My
funny.
Wasn't it with the
Yeah.
elbow?
Oh yeah, no, I punched him and elbowed him both.
Oh wow.
God,
Yeah.
double-
I didn't want to
double whammy.
die.
That literally just
That's
shows
true.
how we both heard her say this at the same time, and we both understood different things. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
We
I
hear what
remember
we
the
want to
elbow
hear.
part. Yeah, I really wanted to hear you were gonna elbow kid.
No, I didn't elbow him in the face.
Oh, where did you elbow him?
Like in the stomach, he was like behind me and I just went bam.
Oh, okay, I've got the picture in my head now. So wait, where did you punch him?
Okay, so so he was behind me, like kind of like he like jumped on me, like holding on to me, right? And
so
then
he's like doing a piggyback situation.
Yeah,
around
like-
the neck.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So I was like, I
Okay.
literally couldn't breathe, and at first I was like, I didn't go straight for the punch. I was like, okay, like stop, get off, like what the fuck you doing? I didn't say what the fuck, I was like, what, 10? But you get the
Yeah.
picture.
What
And
the
then I
cringe?
kind of like turned around and like punched him in the face. Like I couldn't see where I was punching because I was facing the other way. So I'm pretty sure I punched him in the nose, and then he still didn't get off. So I kind of like elbowed him in like the ribs, and so
He didn't get the memo after the punch in the face.
It
no,
must
I
not
don't
have
think he
been
did.
Dude, that kid had it coming for him. I'm just saying.
If the person is listening to this, like they probably wouldn't even remember. They were like 7.
Dude,
But
no one's gonna forget that. Being punched in the face by
Yeah.
Scarlet Slade is, that's not something you forget.
that's
He
true.
probably like tracks you down and knows not to walk on the same sidewalk as you.
Probably. It's funny shit, bro. Funny shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this
Yeah.
ASMR? I did this before we started recording, but it's great.
Okay, can I hear it? Let's hear it.
That's disgusting.
Oh, I hate ASMR so
Why would you do
much.
that?
It's one of the things I can't stand is like ASMR.
Yeah.
Like hearing people eating makes me like want to
Oh my
like throw
God.
punches.
What? Why?
Like triggers an aggressive reflex. It's an actual thing. Stop. Stop.
You don't care anymore.
I'm looking it up. There's a name for it. Aggressive
You don't have to. Oh, okay, got it.
when hearing eating. It's a
Oh.
thing. It's an actual thing.
It's the pen, it's
called
popcorn, though.
Misophonia. Misophonia.
Oh, I've heard of that.
misophonia.
Why?
Yeah,
guys
that's what I
ever-
have.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
bother
If I
me.
knew why, I would stop it.
I
because
swear I'm gonna
I don't really
back
want
to this and literally cringe, but it's fine.
Have you guys ever listened to Raindrops?
Oh my god,
I
I
love
love
raindrops.
I
It's
love the sound
absolutely
of
amazing.
raindrops.
Shout
It's meant
out
to be raining here
Kiki
tomorrow.
Ellis.
What, in Dubai? You know it hasn't rained in the UK for like 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. It's so
What?
hot.
Really?
It's so
That's
hot. It hasn't
mad.
rained since isolation has started. It hasn't rained once. And
That's
I kind of want it to rain.
crazy.
Wow.
It's raining
now.
tomorrow and there's a thunderstorm the next day in Dubai.
Oh wow.
There was a
It's been
mad
raining a lot in Dubai,
thunderstorm.
apparently.
Yeah, no, there was a mad thunderstorm. Like, I literally have lost track of time. Don't know how long ago it was.
And there was hails as well. And there was hails.
Yeah, like massive hail. It was crazy.
My friend's car got wrecked from the hails.
Oh shit.
Really?
So they parked it outside.
That's a mistake.
They like converted the garage into like my friend's room. So he's got a really cool room in the garage. It's like supposed to be a garage, but it's not.
Oh, is that
And
oh
so
my god, what's his name? Liam.
no, that's Eric.
Oh, I don't know.
My friend Eric. But yeah, no, he left Dubai ages ago. We went to boarding school in Ireland. But anyway, so he was chilling, and then he sees the hails. He's like, "Oh shit, the cars!"
Yeah.
And, like, just the cars had dents in them and stuff. Because of
Really?
the
That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah.
they were big. They were big. Apparently,
They were massive, and the lightning was non-stop, like non-stop
Yeah.
lightning.
And then his house started leaking. It was not a great day for my good
Yeah,
friend.
one of my mum's clients, one of my mum's clients' house completely flooded. Like the whole living room was like
Jeez.
literally up to their knees in water.
That happened
Like,
to my house once, but it was like
really?
the you know the shataf,
Yeah,
that like water hose thing.
yeah.
It like burst open in the middle of the night. I was all asleep,
Oh
and it
no!
leaked the whole house. Everything was damaged. Thankfully, the art was okay, but
Yeah.
like everything was ruined. We had to like spend the whole morning basically like sweeping it all the water out of the house from inside. It was ridiculous.
Crazy. My house has never
Yeah,
flooded, but
oh, dude, it's the worst. It's the worst.
yeah.
I woke up. And my phone. I left my phone on the ground for some reason in my room. I fell off my bedside table. So my whole room was flooded. I wake up. I hear my alarm. Somehow my phone is still alive in the water. It's been submerged for hours. I wake up and I like reach for it, and my hand is all wet, and I'm like half asleep. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, my phone. And like, I'm like, holy shit, my room. And then I'm like, holy shit, the house. There's water everywhere.
Shit.
It's crazy. Dude, it's the worst. That flooded house is the worst.
Yeah. I'm lucky because obviously the drainage system in Dubai is actually shocking. So I'm quite lucky my house is not flooded. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Other than that, I think something that has been helping me through quarantine, and I think you could kind of link it to what you just talked now. But what are things that you're like very grateful for that you are realizing now that you're stuck in your house?
Ooh. I mean, I've realized, I know I'm very grateful as it is. Like, I'm a very lucky person. Like, you know, I've been through shit, but like, you know, like I'm so lucky to be where I am, and I'm also very grateful for it. I think, I don't know, just being grateful for my parents and having like amazing relationships with my parents, and the fact that they're still together and still as happy as ever in a marriage, and just that, because especially
round of applause.
Yeah,
that's so rare.
And it's just made me realize like how grateful I am, especially going to Hertford, because like a lot of people have separated parents. It's made me realize how grateful I am that I still have parents like still together. And you know, my dad's not working at the moment because obviously he's a pilot, so he's not flying anywhere. So it's just like we're all kind of back together, and it's just nice. Like we haven't argued, which is good.
Oh wow!
I think that's what I'm grateful for, like at the moment.
My guitar. I'm grateful for my guitar. I get stressed out. I get anxious. I just thrash out some tunes on it. You know.
Yeah.
And that's something that I just cherish. You know, those moments where I can just sit down and be in my head and just play some guitar, man. Like, you know, I feel like that's something I'm really going to develop over this like isolation period. What about you, Ines?
Yes, you do you. It's funny to see what kind of things people are grateful for, but I think what I'm grateful for right now is being able to be grateful. Because if you weren't grateful, you would just like being grateful is such a massive source of happiness. And if you're not grateful, you're just like a mad, spoiled little nah. Yeah, be grateful.
Yeah.
That's what you have.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people at Hertford in general are quite grateful.
Did you say grateful or ungrateful?
Grateful.
Oh, that's interesting. That's not what I would have thought.
I don't know.
Do you think the opposite? I mean, I think a lot of people put like a front up, because obviously you go to Hertford, you must be rich, whatever, which just isn't really the case. But I think a lot of people put like sort of a front, but deep down they're quite grateful. I don't know. That's with my friends at least. Yeah,
100%.
I think everyone I'm friends with is very grateful.
Yeah, because
I
you
don't know. I don't really think. I think people. I don't know. I don't really think anyone's ungrateful in general for anything. Like I feel like people are
Oh,
always
you'd
have
be
a side to them that's
surprised.
grateful. No, I mean like just in, not necessarily to everything, but at least someone is grateful for something. You know, everyone's grateful for something.
yeah, but
Yeah,
when
true.
I was in Herwood, I constantly thought that the people at Herwood are so lucky. They have had so many amazing opportunities constantly
Yeah,
every single day throughout the school years, and they're so lucky to be able to be there. And if they have the money or the opportunity to be there, they probably have a lot more on like outside of school. And I felt like people
yeah,
really didn't realize that, and they were constantly like complaining about things that were not like they weren't like obviously you're allowed to feel, everyone feels, right? But
yeah,
sometimes you must realize like you're so lucky to have so much. If you're, I don't know, like I don't have an example right now, but sometimes people would complain for things that had me shocked. Like I had to
yeah.
walk away
I
from a
agree.
lot of situations.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, the
But
amount
yeah,
of times I'd hear people complain about like Hertford in general, like, oh, I hate school, oh, I hate this.
yeah,
And like
man.
in my head, I would like want to like shake them and be like, wake the fuck up. Do you see where you are? Like, this is your life. Like, even if you've got personal shit going on, even if you've got a shit mental health, like, the amount of good things going on around you that you could be doing, like, you should not be complaining right now. Like,
Yeah, I think I'm definitely tying this to my past self and to your past self, Scarlett. I don't know about you,
yeah.
Lumir.
I mean,
Probably as well.
I know recently, like, well, you guys know what I've been through the last few months.
Mm.
Um, but I also, that also links to the whole quarantine thing, like coming back and like kind of finding myself again, because I definitely
Yeah,
lost myself in the last few months and I lost sight of what's really important and like my priorities. Um, so yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I've got another podcast to do with some other
Yes.
people.
And I also need
But
Ooh,
to get dinner, but
yes, eat
dinner.
that food.
Oh,
yes.
I have
enjoy
to
it.
say this is probably my favorite one yet. I think this was just
Aw,
so insightful. No,
Oh,
thank
honestly,
you.
this was amazing.
It was
thank
such a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining me, Scarlett and
Thanks for
Inez. Do you have
having
any
us.
final
Thank you.
words? Any
Yes,
No.
final words?
I think just take a moment to realize not only what you have, but what you can do with this time. Because, yeah,
Yeah.
I love watching movies and I've been watching loads, but there's also so much that I wouldn't be able to do if if the
Mm,
world wasn't on lockdown. So
Yeah.
find that and find the things you actually want to do and make the most of it. And love
Yeah.
yourself.
wow,
Agreed.
Well, no,
Love
give
yourself.
love
Yeah.
to yourself.
love yourself. Okay, thank you for joining me, guys. Please, everyone, remember to click the subscribe button so you don't miss the next podcast. One every day of the week except for weekends. That's 5 days a week. Thank you so much for joining me on the Broken Pencil podcast, Scarlett Inez. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
and stay safe. I love you guys so
Yeah.
much. Bye bye.